Hi everyone. This is going to be stand-up comedy, and a stand-up comedy is only a stand-up comedy if you laugh. And by the way, this is sit down because I've sat down. So hope you have had good food, breakfast, whatever that is, and are paying attention and laughing. So let me tell you the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, the reason is I want to give an opportunity to my in-laws to take credit for something that they have zero contribution to. Okay, and let me elaborate now. So my in-laws are inherently dramibas people. Okay, and dramibas not in the negative sense. So they actually get paid to do drama. I mean, they got paid to do drama in the Doordarshan era. So they were, actors, and they produced some Marathi serials, and acted in some dramas. So when I participated in a drama in my previous organization, the first thing that my mother-in-law told was, she knew that Dhanushree will do good drama because she is now a Zogekar, and Zogekars do drama. I'm like, yes, don't ask me the scientific explanation for the statement, but my parents who raised me for 26 years before I got married did not raise any, wow, or we raised Dhanushree kind of things, but my in-laws claim credit for something they had zero contribution to, right? So yeah, so today if I do good comedy, they can claim credit. You see, on other hand, they are quite good and nice people, like on-in-laws. In fact, my father-in-law had portrayed a role, Dev sir, in Mana Ghadavi Sauskar Marathi serial, which was quite acknowledged and recognized in the 90s era. Okay, now coming to the point. So I did my MBA from IIM Bangalore, and I thought, okay, I understand something, I know something. Probably my MBA should make a difference in what you do, and you are knowing something. But I'll tell you something that happens in my house. So my parents, my father, actually last Friday he went to the market um, to buy vegetables. Okay, not market actually. I told him to buy green peas, and I told him to buy it from the nearby vegetable vendor. It was raining, and not raining heavily, but still. So my father tells me the nearby vegetable vendor is giving this matar 80 rupees extra. Okay, so I should not buy from here. I should go to the station and buy. I mean, he will go to the station and buy later. I'm arguing with him like 80 rupees, taking so much effort. Why? But according to him, like a typical Marathi dad or mom, "तुला काय कळत नाही." Okay, I agree. See, I can take this from my dad, okay? At least he's experienced. Cut to the scene with my daughters. I was telling my daughters that the lip balm that they casually, keep it here and there costs 200 rupees. And I also remind them that when I was, studying or whatever, in college, I got my first lipstick on for myself, and that was around 200 rupees. So, I was just telling them. The thing that my daughter tells me is, Mama, don't tell me your times. You're a millennial. You're 80s child. I'm Gen Alpha. I need to Google Gen Alpha, man. I'm only up to Gen Z now. Okay, fine. So basically, I'm at this stage in life where I'm literally sandwich generation. My father thinks I know nothing. My daughters think I know nothing. So only my organization values. Okay, what I do, and probably yeah. Now in my work, I do a lot of this RFPs, request for proposals. So, on a weekend I expect break because there is also another RFA going, request for request for RFM, request for mama, from my kids. So I don't want any other RF. But there is a request RFP going on in my life on a Sunday morning at 7 a.m. That is called request for Prakash, okay? Prakash is not some other guy in my life. Prakash is a restaurant in Dadar, incidentally run by Zogoikars only, not related to us. And my husband feels that they make the best sabudana vada. Okay, and he feels that life goals are met if you go to Prakash and have sabudana vada on a Sunday morning. Now going to Prakash is an adventure, okay, because I stay in Malad and Prakash is in Dadar. Going there, best case, takes 40 minutes by road, and plus there is a line. So even if you reach at 7:30, there is at least 20-25 minutes line. You will believe that people don't make breakfast at home, only have it at Prakash. Okay, now you go there. So before going there, you call them, anticipating a line, you take it parcel, and for that one plate of sabudana vada or patata puri, you do the round trip. If you don't believe that pyar andha hota hai, this is andha pyar to Prakash by my husband. Next level of pyar is we decide to go to Prakash on Ashadi Ekadashi, which is the day when people who fast eat sabudana vada, when people who don't fast also eat sabudana vada. Okay, now on that day we go there. We not only order sabudana vada, we order batata puri, which is a more batata version of sabudana vada, and that takes longer to make. Prakash is smart. On Ashadi Ekadashi, he doesn't accept phone orders. So you go there, you wait. You wait for 30 minutes so that Prakash will hand over a batata puri and sabudana vada for you. So that is my Prakash request for Prakash story. Sunday morning 7 a.m. go from Malad to Dadar to eat sabudana vada and add more calories without exercise. Okay, fine. ठीक है. Now coming to what I do. So I have never done entrepreneurship, and I don't think I can inspire anybody to start business. I don't know. I can inspire on a lot of other fronts. But my mother, my grandmother used to think, my aunts think that probably I have, people like me, or I have inspired many beauty parlors to open in my area. I'll give you the context. So I go to a beauty parlor for haircut. Okay. The first scrutiny when I come back, it is not looking like a haircut. I mean, what is it? I have cut it like 2 inches. My parents will only believe probably when it is a boy cut. Chalo. Now, next steps. So, they first and foremost don't believe. If they believe that a haircut actually happened. The second thing is, what is so big deal, Gents parlor cut it and like so cheap. What these ladies parlors are just cheating. Okay, that is also okay. The third thing is, I tell them that, I'm hardly spending anything as compared to my peers. So, my elder generation, my family has a very nice thing. तुमच्यासारखे मूर्ख लोक आहेत म्हणून त्यांचे धंदे चाललेत. आधी एक पार्लर होता तर 4 पार्लर झाले. सो बेसिकली stupid people like us are giving them business. Now in first there was 1 parlor and now there are 4 parlors because of people like me. So I have inspired businesses, I can claim. Anyways, now we've all heard of first mover advantage in strategy, right? So a first mover advantage in my daily life. So I was, fighting with my husband, and usually, if we don't fight, probably we think that there is some problem in our life. So we have to fight, okay? So I was telling my husband that how he's not doing anything, how I have to do everything, how I am carrying most of the load and everything. So my husband only replies by one line, okay? He says that you are, when we were, getting married, I proposed to you. You didn't do anything. You didn't have the guts. You would have never asked me. We would have not got married. So I have now done the bulk of the work. So the rest of the work you have to do. Believe it or not, that one question he asked me has given him such a first mover advantage that he uses it every single time. Have you also heard about the word first impression is the last impression? The meaning of that statement actually is like, it is a lasting impression. I have another meaning of that statement, okay? First impression, my husband gave me when I met him for the first time in his house, is he made tea for me, okay? That is the last impression. He has never made tea again, okay? First impression is the last impression, okay? Now, another thing, we all talk about, AI and, what will happen in the age of AI, what will humans do in the age of AI. So my daughter reminds me, AI cannot make chipda, okay? My daughters understand enough about AI tools and everything, okay? They are also they can use them. So they tell me that, Mama, AI cannot make chipda, so you have to learn to make chipda, okay? So if AI can do everything, Mama has to learn to make chipda. I tell them that I can make chipda, I make it so many times. No, Mama, you don't make it like Aji. Okay, I tell them that I will learn to make chipda like Aji. Next step is, Mama, when are you learning to make besan laddu like Aji? Now I have to learn besan laddu, okay? So everywhere there is this, expectations that are there. Now, chalo, even if AI makes besan laddu, what next? In the last 12 years of marriage, both my husband and I know that, when I grew up, I called chapati, roti as chapati, and my husband grew up calling roti as poi. Still we argue. Guy. पोई काय म्हणतात, चपाती काय म्हणतात, what is right? Random. We have nothing to fight. No, fight is necessary for a successful marriage. So we fight over whether you call it chapati or poi. After chapati poi debate is over, next debate. Puran poi, what to eat with? I say puran poi with tup and katachi amte. My husband will say puran poi with tup and dudha. So again, that is the bone of contention. So if AI takes over everything in life, right? We will fight over chapati, puran poi, toop, poi, everything. There is no dearth of topics that we will have to argue. Coming to money and everything, right? My name is Dhanashree. It's always a topic of discussion. Does that mean you're rich? Does that mean money and whatever, So I like to think of it conveniently. Whenever I look at the stationery that my daughter buys every alternate day, I like to think, I'm rich only because then, I'm able to afford every 2 days they're buying something. And then I look at my kitchen, okay? There is one modular kitchen drawer only to keep plastic bags. One plastic bag inside another plastic bag, plastic bag and plastic bag, plastic bag and plastic bag. And, God forbid I threw them. My elders will say, Kashala tari lape. I don't know a use case. Suppose you need a plastic bag. Can't you buy it? No. So my kitchen is full of plastic bag within plastic bag, Tupperware within Tupperware, all the stuff that, some total also might not cost 500 if I were to rebuy everything. But, Maharashtrian upbringing and everything needs to be super optimized, and super safe. So, if I look at the plastic bags, I don't know. Maybe I'm poor. If I look at the stationery, maybe I am rich. And then there is my husband, okay? He has an opinion on what I wear. So that day I was wearing a, kurta which I was, um, you know, it's an old kurta, but I have some emotional attachment to it. And then he's like, give away all your dresses and buy some new thing. You are not supposed to wear this like for, even for any of the days. So, everybody has a different opinion. My mother thinks I have too many clothes. My husband thinks I have too less clothes. My daughters thinks Mama should not wear sari, she should wear this. Everybody has an opinion, right? So, anyways, that's my life. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.